Nashville traffic tonight on The Scene at 6.
Mapping out our trip?
Going into the rainforest.
Not alone, you're not?
No, not alone. I hired a guy.
Good, then we'll have a chaperone.
Elena,
I'm going with you.
you will not survive in that terrain.
Why not? I'm just as tough as you are.
I'm going to a campsite where my father died. It's a dangerous place. You could die there too.
Nothing you say is going to scare me off. I am going with you. End of discussion.
All right, fine. I don't want to argue with you about it. All right? You just better be prepared for hell on earth.
There's no one I can think of who I'd rather go to hell with.
That's a joke. Hello, can we have a smile?
Well, today is the Feast by Inez. Now, I can't figure out if she was painting saying a wayward women or waylaid plans, but either way, these people might have a good time.
Get lost, Jake.
Check the meringue game, cha-cha.
Why don't you go back to Bay City and this alone?
No can do, Pumpkin. If you guys have plans running off together, you can forget about it because I'm going to be sticking to you like chili powder.
No, if Paulina were here, that wouldn't have happened. We'd still have that interview. She made backup tapes.
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm really glad that we lost it, because if that thing had aired, if you had aired, my interview with my sister Lorna would never speak to me again. My mother would be driven to drink, and my whole family would turn to toast.
Well, KBAY and all our jobs will turn to toast if we don't give an idea for today's show. And a ratings grabber, too.
Well,
The doyen of KBAY has returned.
And as usual, your timing is perfect.
Well, I got a frantic message, Matthew. What in the world is wrong?
And while you're on your little vacation, KBAY has been going down the drain, but not to worry. You are the stopper.
Drowning your sorrows, old boy. Oh, I forgot. You abstain from the fruit of the vine, don't you? I bet you could use a good stiff drink about now. The rumors are rampant. A bit of a scandal for the senator. I mean, the tabloids haven't had such fun since Diana left Charles.
Loading is a little premature, Carl. Grant and Vicky are still legally husband and wife.
Do you really think that Grant can persuade her to stay in that hapless sham of a marriage? What, the way you did with Justine? Ryan will not repeat my mistakes. No, he'll fight for the woman. And in the process, he'll settle a very old score.
No matter what happens, Ryan will never accept you as his father, Carl. And your scheme to look respectable or whatever it is you're up to with Rachel Corey, it's bound to backfire.
Welcome, I'm back. Good to see you.
You know, when push came to shove that you decided, well, this time you pushed too far.
Son, please.
I'm not your son. Stop pretending to be my dad.
What are you still doing here?
I need to speak to you.
I told Bridget I didn't want to talk to you. Bridget!
I know she's not here. You're still my wife. You need to hear me out.
You're wasting your time. There's nothing left to talk about.
I need you, Victoria, and you still need me.
No, all I need from you is a divorce.
Carl Hutchins should be strung up by his earlobes.
Carl
you know that?
swears that he did not send the flowers.
Right. And who would send such a creepy card, unsigned, with a chess piece on the front? Who? Bobby Fischer? Very funny.
I happen to believe Carl. Besides, he says that he is sending flowers to somebody else these days.
Who?
You did not confide in me. Now, can we drop it?
You know, as Frankie Frame would say, I have a good feeling about
The only
this.
reason I told you in the first place was because Jenna told me that you don't want your daughters to protect you anymore.
Which means that I reserve the right to worry about you.
Do you suppose that we could talk about something else?
Do we have a choice
Yes,
about that?
we do. Do you remember the interview from hell that I told you that I taped for Jenna's show?
Yes, I do. She said it was very compelling.
Of course she would. She enjoys watching people spew guts.
Oh, God. Have the two of you had a falling out over this now?
No. Actually, she was the one who was on my side. It was Matt who wouldn't budge because I signed that stupid release form.
You could call Kevin.
Felicia.
Well, he's a lawyer. He probably would know what to do.
It's completely irrelevant because I happen to have a guardian angel who destroyed the only tape of the show.
You're kidding?
Kidding? No. Don't play dumb, Felicia. Come on, I know. You could stand the fact that another notorious tape was getting in between your two daughters. You decided to lend a helping hand.
Me.
You know your way around KDA. What I can't figure out is if you did it yourself or did you get one of your old cronies like Lauren down here?
I swear to you, I don't know anything about this. Why are you so paranoid anyway about showing yourself in front of camera? I think you're a very interesting, very compelling young woman. And if I was doing my show, I just might interview you.
But I bet you wouldn't trick me into exposing my entrails.
Oh, come on. You have a beautiful soul. You do. Why are you so afraid to show it?
If I paid you a lot of money, would you stop saying stuff like that?
All right, let's just forget the masses. Do you know that you cannot be open? Not even your mother or your boyfriend. Kevin has.
I'm done.
You know whose fault this is, Mother? This is Carl's fault. You know why? Because he exploited you as a young woman.
Can you and Kevin please get off the Carl kick, okay? He's not a boogeyman. I'm not afraid of him anymore.
You're not at all unsettled about who's sending you these.
Maybe I have a secret admirer, okay? The one who sang me the flowers could be the one who destroyed that tape.
Where are you going?
KDA. Why? Because whoever did this good deed, they're the one who deserves flowers.
Lorna.
Well, our rival affiliates have been pouring big bucks into programming, and our ratings have been going down.
Well, what about jam session? Jenna's still a major draw, isn't she?
Well, that's about all we got, right?
That's the problem, Donna. We don't have a show for today.
Well, why not, for heaven's sake?
Well, we had an interview with Lorna.
Lorna Devon,
Yes.
I'd rather watch my nail polish
Oh,
dry.
it was good. It was powerful, emotional stuff.
Really? Yes, I have to see.
Well, you won't be able to because it got erased somehow.
What? How?
Well, never mind. The important thing is that we have to do a live show today.
Oh, and you need a brilliant idea.
Right.
Well, aren't you lucky that I'm here?
Exactly what I was thinking, actually.
All right, now, how about going on location with the homeless man, the one who lives across the street?
Can't do it. We were just at the homeless shelter 2 weeks ago.
Well, then give it a twist. Take her to a department store for a facial.
Won't work.
Oh, of course it will, darling. They do miracles with collagen these days. You know, well, we'll get her a new outfit. Oh, it'll be like Eliza Doolittle.
You don't see anything wrong with that, do you?
No? Why?
Never mind. The important thing is we need something current, something newsworthy.
Newsworthy. What about Tipper Gore? She lost all that weight. It was amazing.
Actually, I had another guest in mind. You.
Me?
Yeah. Don't you think you're newsworthy?
Well, normally I am, you know. The fall season, the charity events. But, darling, no, I've been so out of touch in Switzerland.
Exactly. That's it.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
Listen, have you seen the papers? Vicky and Grant are big news, and you...
Are you out of your mind? I will not betray my daughter on national television. I'd sooner die.
Look, I won't make excuses for what I've done, but you need to know the reasons.
I know the reason. You just couldn't face telling me you shot me, so you lied. Then you were really on a roll, so you locked me in my room. You blocked my phone calls, you drugged me, you turned my mother against me.
I'm ashamed of what I did. I was afraid of losing you. I went too far, but only when my marriage was threatened.
You were the one who threatened it, Grant.
No, that's where you're wrong. In Canada, when you were lying in that bed and I was afraid you were dying, Ryan swore to me that he would take you away from me. I made up my mind then and there I couldn't let that happen.
Grant,
that's how much you mean to me. I can't live without you.
Look, if anyone's to blame about this, it's me, all right? I never should have married you. I shouldn't have forced you to be in a loveless relationship.
I did love you, and you did love me. We'd love each other if Ryan weren't in the picture. I could kill him for what he's done to us.
You're the one who's singing that wild goose chase to Washington.
I don't know what you mean.
That's a bunch of bull, and you know it.
Now, you were on a fishing expedition for Grant when you decided to just drop in at headquarters, and you're not concerned about me.
Yes,
You're
I
only
am.
worried about protecting Grant.
Will you
Now, I
let me
want you to look me
explain?
in the eye and tell me that you didn't know where Grant was hiding Vicky.
Ryan, please try to understand how difficult it was for me. When Grant first called, I warned him not to make me choose between the two of you.
Well, that's exactly what you did.
I wasn't trying to hurt you, Ryan. Vicky needed time to heal, and Grant's political career was at
You know,
stake.
when the chips are down, I always know where you stand. You stand with Grant.
That's not true.
Oh, yes, it is. Grant's the only one with any real Harrison blood. That makes all the difference.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, why side with the illegitimate son? That's certainly not going to get you a dinner invitation when Grant's sitting in the White House.
I know you don't believe this, Ryan. But I love you every bit as much as I Grant.
You're right. I don't believe you. And just for the record, I love Vicky. She and Steve are the only family that I need. You have a very convenient memory about your relationship with my brother, don't you,
Grant, I am not going to discuss it with you.
Victoria? After we made love that first night in Washington, I kept my distance. I gave Ryan every opportunity to forgive you and take you back.
Well, he's forgiven me now.
After you became my wife, he made love to you on our honeymoon, and now he's doing his best to destroy my marriage because he hates me.
Man, that is really paranoid.
He has always been jealous of me. He's always wanted what I have. And now he's trying to destroy my marriage to get back at me. Well, I won't let him get away with it.
What are you gonna do? You gonna carry me off somewhere I happen to know a swell vacant cave?
Your relationship with Ryan has always been painful. You go back to him, you'll always end up hurting each other.
That won't happen, Grant.
You know how rigid Ryan is. He'll never accept you for what you are.
Grant, drop it.
Then what about us? You can't just walk away from what we
No,
have.
you're absolutely right. I should run.
Last in Switzerland, you finally told me you love me.
I didn't mean it.
I didn't force you to make love to me. You gave yourself to me freely and
You make me desperate to escape.
I don't believe that. You still care for me. I touched feelings inside of Ryan's never been able to touch.
Right. Fear and fury.
I'm not afraid of me. You're not afraid of me, anything. Don't you remember a night last fall in Washington in front of the Jefferson Memorial? I proposed to you. We are always equal to what we undertake with resolution. We shared a dream together then. We vowed after we married that we would dedicate our lives to fulfilling that dream.
That was your dream. It wasn't mine.
I need you, Victoria. The Senate, the White House, it all rings hollow without you.
Don't make this any harder than it already is.
All right. I don't expect you to go home with me now. I don't even expect you to forgive me, not yet.
I don't know if I can ever forgive you.
Please, don't rush into any decisions. You take your time. You stay here with Bridget and Stephen. Take the time alone to figure out who you are, to get your life back in order. Would you do that for me, please?
Stephen needs me.
I've always wanted what was best for you and Stephen. Let me prove that to you, please. Bring Stephen down here. I'll be right back.
Wait a minute. Grant! Grant, wait! What are you doing?
What happens if Jake follows us into the rainforest?
You're the expert at disappearing, so no one can track you.
Didn't work with you. If I have you with me, Jake's not far behind.
Don't worry about Jake. We'll ditch him, okay? I have a really good feeling for this.
You're in a good mood despite him being around.
Forget Jake. The most wonderful thing happened to me this morning. I met her. Wait, just stay here.
Rosa, would you like to come with us?
Oh, I'm sorry, Pauline. I have so many memories. I'm tired.
Tell you what, you go home, you have your siesta, okay? Muchas gracias. Hasta la vista, baby. Oh, thanks.
Who is that?
A very dear friend of grandmother's. She says I look just like her.
That lady knows your mother.
And Mac, too. She told me that they met right here in this very canteen.
What else did she say?
You remember that picture we found in the safe deposit box?
The one with your father, my father, and Andrew Hutchins?
Right. Well, I was right. The woman in the background was my mother. She was so beautiful. Rosa said she was the most beautiful woman in San Cristobal.
She has gorgeous hair. Just like you.
Thanks. Rosa also said that she was vivacious and funny. All the men in town tried to court her, but she wouldn't give herself to any of them. But Rosa also says that when a McCoy walked through that door, he stole her heart in the very first moment.
Tell me something. Do you believe in that kind of connection between two people?
Usually takes me longer to trust my feelings, but then again, I never met a man like Mac.
So then what happened? Why did he leave her alone and bring her?
Rosa wants to tell me the rest of the story after her siesta. She says it's a very sad story, but I should always remember that my parents loved each other very deeply. And that no matter what, I was a product of that.
Well, I know how important this is to you, so...
Thank God I found trace of my mother. I have so many questions.
Well, you'll have plenty of time to talk to Rosa, because you're not leaving for a few more days.
I think that we're leaving tomorrow when I get done.
The guy that I hired said that there's been a flood downstream. We have to wait for the crest before we can leave.
Well, in a way, I'm kind of glad. I don't know, starting to feel connected to this place. Is it crazy?
No, it's not crazy. I want to go and take another look at my father's research. I'll go upstairs if Jake hassles you.
Don't worry, I know how to handle them, okay?
We leave in 1 hour. We'll camp by the river so we can leave first thing in the morning.
A shame we have to leave the lovely señorita behind.
I heard you say that your mother and father fell in love here. This place has romantic.
I'm sure it does, but not for us.
I won't explain my family, my daughter's problems for a wider audience share. All we have to do is come up with another idea for a fabulous live show.
Too late for another idea.
Finish the promo.
Tell me you didn't.
Donna Hudson and the truth about her daughter's marriage to Senator Grant Harrison. I love it today on Jam Session.
I'm going to kill you with my bare hands.
You might have to wait in line. Would you prep her? We got 11 minutes.
I'm not doing it. I will not disgrace my family.
Donna, try to calm down, okay? I mean, maybe it's a good idea for someone to set the record straight for your family.
We came to see Jen the show.
If there's a guest.
Come on, Matt, tell me the truth. Your legal department suggested that in order to avoid a major lawsuit, you purposely ruined the tape, right?
I still have a signed release.
But no show, thank God. So if you were the one to rescue me, I owe you one.
You owe me one is right, and if we don't have a show today, I might just sue you.
Sorry, Matthew. Jenna convinced me to do the interview, but it won't be what any of you expect.
You enjoyed listening to me give Spencer heave-ho?
No, I was referring to your approachment with Victoria. You finally listened to your heart?
I didn't come to hear you say I told you so, Carl.
Just promise me that you won't make the same mistake I made with Justine. Do not let her go back to Grant.
I'll do that. So, I want to thank you for helping me find Vicky.
You did the hard part, dear boy.
You gave me the name of the physician, and that helped track down the clinic in Switzerland.
What else would a father do for his son?
Right. Well, appreciate it.
You know, a word to the wise. Spencer and Grant are now your enemies.
I can handle it.
Yes. But they can be very cunning. Stay on guard. And you know, if ever I can be of help to you.
No, thank you. You've helped more than thanks.
You know, if we keep on working this well together, I mean, there might be hope for us yet.
I wouldn't count on it.
Well, yes, I can see the possibility, but a faint possibility of an alliance, and perhaps one day a friendship.
You have an extraordinary imagination.
Yes, I do. But it's a reality I shall work towards. And if I have to keep proving myself to you, well, so be it. If that's what it takes.
Ryan Harrison, telephone,
sir. Thanks. Harrison. Bridget.
Don't trust Grant with Victoria.
I'll be right there.
He was waiting in the car. Come over here. I'll let you have him over here. Here you go. There's your stuff. Oh, bet you missed your best buddy while you were gone, didn't you? You know what Alistair told me? Alistair told me that he wouldn't even sleep in his doghouse, that he spent all of his time sleeping on your bed waiting for you to come home. He loves you a lot, Stephen. So do I.
Sweetheart, why don't you take a short stop and put him in the backyard, okay? Okay. Hold him from right here.
There you go. Have fun, pal. See you later.
Well, that was sweet of you.
See the look on his face?
Mm-hmm. Seemed to be very happy.
We had some wonderful times, the three of us. We started to become a family. Remember our plans for a Harrison dynasty?
Grant, I don't really think I'm dynasty material.
Think of what it would mean for kids, beginning with Stephen. Go to the best schools in Washington. Summers in the vineyard. Easter egg hunts on the White House lawn. Their home would be the corridors of power. There'd be no limit to what they could achieve.
I used to love that dream. You know what it sounds like to me now? It just sounds like a big cage. Big, glittering cage with no love in it.
Gloria, we can find a way to solve our problems, to pop on what we have.
What we have isn't enough.
To me, it's everything. I won't lose you. I won't lose it.
¿Estás listos para marcharnos?
We'll leave as soon as I know Paulina won't follow us. I have to make arrangements to keep her safe while I'm gone. Strange, I had this envelope with my father's research inside it. Where the hell is it? McKinnon.
Make more leisure.
That seat is taken, Jake.
Ah, well, it may be a while before Ian gets back. If he gets back.
I trust you a lot more than I trust you.
What are you talking about? I'm not going to jump bail. Let's not talk about Ian. Let's talk about us.
All right. Do you remember that nice police officer who offered to arrest you? All I have to do is swear out a complaint.
You won't do that.
Keep following me.
Look, Nina, I don't want to be a pain.
Well, you're doing a very good imitation.
Oh, I couldn't help hearing what you said about your mother.
I guess I'll have to add eavesdropping to the
I mean,
charges.
I know how important it is for you to find out that... You know what I'm saying? Right.
When I found that picture of my mother, it gave me such an incredible feeling.
I'm really happy for you, because I know that's why you came down, so you could learn everything that you could about your parents.
You're right.
But now that you've done that, why don't you forget about Ian and his stupid quest and come home?
With you?
Yeah, I'll hell the first crop duster going north, and we can get out of this hellhole.
This hellhole is where I was born, Jake. How many times do I have to tell you I'm not going anywhere with you ever?
Hey, that wasn't a come on, right?
Right.
This is not safe for you to be here.
Worry about your own safety. You're gonna be missing teeth if you keep
Do
following
something
us.
if you think that I'm gonna let you and Crocodile Dundee go swinging from
I'm
the vine.
warning you,
you're
Jake,
crazy.
just back off!
Right, where is it?
Put your hands off me.
Where is it? I know that you stole it.
Ian, what's wrong?
He took the envelope with my father's research inside it. Now give it back
It's
to me.
something I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't touch anything. That...
You're lying.
Jake, are you sure you weren't up in our
He's
room?
trying to do it against me, Paulina. I'm telling you.
You had no right.
Listen, then why don't we go outside and
privately? We have been waiting to do
No,
see what happens to your envelope.
Forget about the envelope, okay? It's useless to us. It's just a bunch of dead ferns.
Father's research. What about all these
It was
papers?
so faded you could barely separate it. And you yourself said the answers aren't in the envelope. They're out in the rainforest. If you and Jake beat each other to a pulp, you'll never find them.
I know you have it, McKinnon, and I'll get back.
I'm sorry, I can't help you, buddy.
Ian, look at me. Don't play his game. Don't let him stop you from what you need to do. Come on, let's just try out some fun, okay? Let's check out the fiesta. Come on. Come on. Come on. A
French newspaper quoted a Dr. Bernheimer saying that she is furious with Grant Harrison for tricking her into sequestering Mrs. Harrison against her will.
Oh, the French. They're notorious for misquoting their sources.
Donna.
Is it true that Grant Harrison prevented Vicky from making any outside phone calls?
Janice getting her on track. I happen to know that she had a phone in her room.
Well, then why is there so much secrecy surrounding Vicky's whereabouts?
Because we're concerned about her safety. I mean, the man who kidnapped her in Canada, Ian Rain, he hadn't been arrested.
Yes, but so many of her relatives had no idea where she was. Wasn't that a little extreme?
No, not at all. Frankly, we were trying to save her from the press, from questions like these.
I see. Now, we have heard that Grant Harrison and Mrs. Harrison returned separately back to this country, which has fueled speculation of a breakup.
It's all idle gossip. Irresponsible journalists fabricating stories.
So there's been absolutely no discussion of a divorce?
No, not to my knowledge, no.
Did Vicky sign a prenuptial agreement?
I certainly hope so.
Well, Senator Harrison is a public figure, and there are some editorial writers that are questioning how much of all of this is going to affect his political career.
Yeah, Grant's gonna need a PR miracle to survive this one.
Grant is fully committed to his career in Washington, and Victoria supports him 100%.
Is it true that Victoria returned from Switzerland with Ryan Harrison?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Well, they were engaged once. And I'm sure all of our viewers out there are dying to know what's going to happen. Are they going to get back together or what?
You know, Jenna, you have misjudged our audience, dear. You see, what they are dying to know is how I returned from Europe looking 10 years younger. Would you like to know my superb, red-handed, the most rejuvenating Swiss mud baths?
I'm Jenna Norris, and we
deep-cleaning facial?
appreciate that you watched Jam Session. We'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.
All right, good show, guys. Even though Donna did get a little muddy at the end there. What?
Matthew, she went much too far with her questions. No, I will not tolerate any mudslinging about my family.
I thought you were great. Yeah, it's much more interesting than what you did with me.
Well, maybe we should do a show about facials.
Yeah, I want to see your face when I show you the estimated losses this quarter.
Oh, well, thank God that's over. Listen, Jenna, I just wanted to tell you that I owe you one.
For what?
Come on. Well, sister, I know you deep-sixed the interview, the one with you and I just want to let you know that I owe you big time.
Actually, the person who you owe just walked in.
Great. Looks like it's gonna be one of those days.
Just give us another
I
chance.
gave it a chance. When I walked out of the cave and away from Ryan, I tried to be with you, Grant. It just didn't work.
It will work if Ryan will just stay out of our
Ryan
lives.
is a part of our lives. And he's a part of mine. I can't pretend like he's not.
And what about the commitment we made to each other? You telling me that doesn't mean...
You think this is easy for me? Look, I tried to be a part of all your dreams. I turned myself into something I didn't even recognize anymore.
Of course you changed. We all changed. I changed. We're better people.
Grant, I tried to be a perfect Washington wife. It was a joke.
More than just a wife. You were a full partner. You turned into one of the most dynamic, influential women in the country. You're telling me you could walk away from that?
I will admit. Being on television, having my picture on the cover of a newspaper, sitting at a table with all the Washington bigwigs, yes. It was a kick for a kid from Lassiter, but without any love, it's just empty. And I don't love you.
I never thought I was forcing you to become something you weren't. You always told me I accepted you for what you really were.
No. You always told me. Somehow, standing there in my room in Switzerland, banging on the door to get out, I just realized that it just wasn't so.
I'm genuinely sorry if I hurt you. It was never my intention to do that. Before you decide about us, please do me a favor. Take your hands off of her. There's no reason to be quite so upset,
Grant
Ryan.
was just leaving.
First, I'd like to continue my conversation with my wife alone.
Forget about it.
Victoria, I hope you will consider the negative effect that a scandal might have on my career.
Well, you should have thought about that before you abducted her, Grant.
I know I don't deserve it, but I'm asking you as a favor to me to to withhold any comments to the public until I get a chance to make a statement to the press.
Do you pay your spin doctors extra for outright lies, Grant?
I have no intention of lying. I intend to tell the media the truth in a way that will minimize public outrage. I owe that much to my constituents and to the Senate as an institution.
You owe Vicky an awful lot more, Grant.
Victoria, I'm asking you to appear with me at a press conference to answer questions from the media alone.
You can't be serious.
It's your decision.
Grant, I don't know.
I think it would be important for both of us.
Would you at least let me sleep on it? I'll tell you later.
Of course.
Is that all, Grant?
Think about what I've said, Victoria. Give my love to Stephen.
Are you all right?
I'm glad you're here, Victor.
I got your message. I was going to give you a call.
I wanted
What's
you
up?
to be the first to know. I can't go on with Judy as my sponsor. I mean, everyone can see that we're totally incompatible.
Look, I told you, you got to give her a chance.
I have, and I've made up my mind. I don't think I really even need a sponsor. I think I'll do a lot better on my own. I just need you to tell Judy for me, all right? Good, you're a love. I don't want you to worry about me, all right? I'll be just fine. Jenna, I have to get back to Tops, all right?
Mom,
honey?
don't you think that maybe
why
we
don't we
should-
have lunch sometime this week, all of us, all right? All right, I'll call you.
Lovely. Good sign.
Yeah, well, she's not going to be able to handle not drinking on her own.
All right, I'll try to talk to her, okay? Oh, Victor, I thought you may want to know that Lorna feels forever indebted to the person that erased the tape of her interview with Jam Session.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In fact, she says that she owes a huge debt of gratitude
That's
to this
not
person.
exactly what I said.
You're right. You said you'd do anything for him.
Don't you have to run along really quickly?
Aren't you just dying to know who it is that saved your life?
Not really. I think a bit of mystery is a good thing.
Well, I think the mystery's over. Meet the man that saved your life. I think you've got just a little bit of kissing up to do. Goodbye.
Well, you don't have to look so smug.
It's pay-up time, I guess.
Well, thank you very much. I owe you one big deal. So, how'd you do it anyway?
What do you mean, erase the offending videotape? Oh, I got very good friends in very low places.
Yes, I bet you do.
Look, don't change the subject. I'm much more interested in finding out how you intend to pay back my act of kindness.
And I guess a simple thank you would suffice.
No way, sunshine.
Okay. I could send you some flowers. How's that? I mean, I'm getting a lot of them anyway.
From who?
I wish I knew.
Well, that's a mystery we can solve together. Later.
I think not. We're not going to do anything together. Later.
Oh, look what we do now. Because as payment for me saving you from public humiliation, I demand you go out with me.
Like on a date?
A real, old-fashioned, honest-to-goodness, hand-holding date.
You better slow down on that firewater.
I love the stuff. It's so sweet. What do you call it again?
Kachaka. The sweet stuff is the sugar. The rest is almost pure alcohol.
Oh, I can handle my liquor.
That stuff creeps on you, especially in this heat.
Oh, come on. Don't be such a party pooper. Let's dance.
I know what you're doing.
Trying to have a good time.
I don't like you using me to get back at him.
You think that's what I'm doing?
You're trying to make him jealous.
You're wrong. I told you it's over between me and Jake.
Would you calm down, Spencer? All right, I am sending you an express overnight package, all right? What's in it? Nothing but an envelope with a contract in it by Matt Corey and Andrew Hutchins, giving them the rights to the research done by Ian Rain's father. Actually signed by Matt Corey? Thought that might get your attention. What else is there? There's some dried out dead leaves and papers with fade legible writing on them. Now, I want you to take all of this to the best research lab in Bay City, have the plant life analyzed, and get someone to reconstruct what was written on the pages. Now, I don't care how it gets done, but it's important, all right? All right. How long do you plan on staying down there? I don't know. You're wasting your time trying to get Paulina back. It's a lost cause, you know that. I gotta go. So, he's trying to give me the ball, huh?
He won this for me at the fair yesterday. I couldn't hit one, but he never misses.
I don't believe this. You got her drunk so that you could take advantage of her?
Drunk.
Hands off.
Oh, Chick,
You all right?
I'm fine.
It's a combination of
Fine.
the heat, the alcohol, and your obnoxious presence that gets to her.
Why don't you sit down with me, okay?
Take me upstairs to her room. I need to lie down.
Yeah?
Oh.
You all right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Innkeeper! I need to talk to that woman that was here before, Rosa.
Vicky, if you do a press conference, you will be sending Grant and the rest of the country a message that you two are still acting like a team.
Not if we're standing there telling him we're not.
Vicky, look, after everything that he has done to you, do not win any
I'm
favors.
so mad I could just spit when I think about what he's done. The way he took me away from you made me think you're the one who should... Oh, I don't know, but then I think he's not the only heavy. I know I hurt him.
Vicky, look, you didn't outright manipulate him.
Ryan, I lied to him once about the fact that we made love in the cave, and still he forgave me.
Did he? Vicky, I know Grant. He is not going to accept this easily.
He has to. I asked him for divorce.
So what'd he say?
Nothing at first, but I could definitely see that it got to him.
Vicky, he's not going to go of you.
Well, it's not his decision.
I'm just saying that you have to be careful.
Look, if I'm honest with myself, I have to admit that I'm responsible for part of what happened to him. I married him. I took vows, and now I'm just breaking them.
So, do you want to change your mind?
No, that's not it. But maybe I do owe it to him to at least stand there when we tell the whole world that we're getting divorced.
Vicky, you do not have to do this.
Maybe I do. Not just for Grant, but for us. I have to put an end to all of this.
It's up to you. I'm just saying that I do not trust him.
Would you like some sugar or lemon? Look, I'm a very good friend of the American senorita you were talking to earlier, and she said that you were friends with her mother. Did you guys grow up together? Yeah. Let me tell you the truth, all right? I'm in love with that woman. She means everything to me. She's the most beautiful, sexy, funny woman that I've ever met in my life. Is her mom like that? See, I don't know everything about her mother and her father. Did you know Matt Corey? See? See, look, I'm gonna need a little bit more than one-word answers. Do you speak English? See? Do you speak English? I'm a really nice guy. I am. And I know how much pain it's caused Paulina growing up as an orphan, not knowing who her mom and dad is. I mean, I figured if you tell me the whole story, I mean, even the parts that might be difficult for Paulina, I might be able to help her deal with this better. So, why don't we start with Matt Corey?
Well, Senor Corey was a fine man. I knew him well.
No. Why don't you tell me everything, the good and the bad?
I feel like my head is a 2-ton anvil and somebody's hammering on it.
Too much Kachuk. Never say everybody the first time.
Fail.
All you have to do is sleep it off.
Will you be here when I wake up?
Definitely, definitely. You'll be fine, don't worry.
Because, you know, when I'm with you, I feel...
We'll leave now.
What about the señorita?
She'll be fine right where she is. Look, you better take the back way out. Make sure the American doesn't see you. I'll be right down. Goodbye, Paulina.
never forget you.
Tomorrow on Another World, Iris has an answer for Hank's marriage proposal, and Paulina has some arresting news for her ex-fiancé, Jake. So tune in tomorrow and see why you just can't miss a minute of Another World, only on NBC Daytime.